Learning and Spurbing, a fanfiction by Stacy Ampora Strider Ampora. Now, I want you to guess which two characters our lead, Stasha, is shipped with. My name is I need to read this as Skeletor. My name is Stasha, and it is my first day on Spurb. I will meet every character, and soon everything will not be what it seems. Rated Fiction T. English. Romance and Angst. Angsty, man! We're going to be getting good and edgy! Oh! Real talk. Before we get into this, He-Man, there we go. Do not go and harass the author. Now, we had no problem with this last time, but I've mentioned her name now. He-Man, and frankly, I have been reading this since it came out. It is amusing. And I've lost the voice. But do not go and bother this individual. Props to him, did writing more than I am, and I found this to be the funniest fanfiction, and it's still ongoing. I still get chapter updates every now and again. So take that as you will. Let's read a chapter completely out of context as Skeletor. When I wake up, Laura was walking in the door with 2 plates of breakfast. Back on Earth. Earthy, man! It's a new planet! Back on Earth, we used to love breakfast in bed. She got bacon, apple pancakes, tater tots, maple susagis. That might actually be sausages spelled correctly, and I'm just stupid. Chocolate hip muffins and some oatmeal. He-Man, this oatmeal is being very rude. It might be oatmeal. He-Man, those are some nice chocolate hips, He-Man. I can't keep the voice. Chocolate fucking hips. No. We sat in bed, wathing human cartoons and eating. I have something important to tell you, said Laura while chewing on some hashed brun. Brun? How do I even say that with Skeletor's accent? Brun, brun, brun. I sound like a motorcycle misfiring. Now I'm speaking like the fanfic, god damn it. What is it? I took my eyes off Bugs Bun because I could just tell she was serious. I have something important to tell you, He-Man, she said, and I do not know how you will react. Okay, what is it? I have a crush, she said. OMG on who? I might still be broken from Friday's video. OMG on who? I said, squealing and accidentally getting maple syrup on my bee. Do you keep bees? Were they eating your breakfast? He-Man, is this normal human? Is this normal human Cullen? Do you keep bees at the dinner table, He-Man? I have to know. I want to be human too. Do you keep bees on your table? Before she could tell me, there was a knock on the door. I wasn't wearing my bra, so I didn't answer it. Laura, answer T, and it was Eridan. Arian was at the door and he had a plate of poached salmon and potato crap. Potato crap! Oh yeah. This is my breakfast. Come in, I said. Together we sat down and watched Bugs Bunny. Arden had never seen a bunny or even a pig, so he was confused, so I giggled and had to explain the plot to him. You know, the extremely detailed and intricate plot of Saturday morning cartoons from the 50s, He-Man. That's when we were the thing. That was the 80s, wasn't it? I think I've been outed as not a real He-Man fan. I am not nice. He said he loved the Roadrunner and we cootled. Everything was so skinny, I would feel his ribs. He wasn't eating because he was so sad, I guess. I brushed his I brushed his hair. Oh, ba-do-ba-do-do. I brushed his hair and that felt good to him. He wasn't ready to talk about his feelings for me. And I respected that because his ex died. Right. Now that happened. I took a bit of his breakfast and he took my chocolate hip muffin. I can't get over that. Chocolate hip. Hey man, you've got such chocolatey hips. Laura watched TV as we stared seductively at each other. See each other. Hey man, let's do seductive things to each other. Let's sang a word for minutes. I felt so close to Eridan. He whispered in my ear, I missed you beautiful. What the fuck is that voice? Where'd that one come from? I blushed and giggled. Laura said you two need some alone time and left. She didn't even say the right tours like the number. Is that one? Right there. Hey man, your species is regressing at an alarming rate. Will that be enough for— no, let's do one more chapter. Oh, sweet God. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I am reading this in advance because I've forgotten a lot of the story. She stopped updating for a couple of months. It was actually kind of sad. This was, like, Dave and I would read this at night. We'd have ourselves a good chuckle. Again, props to them, they're writing. You know, it's important to get out there, practice, probably a kid. Or it's a troll fic. You never know. Do I really want to put myself through this? We couldn't believe it! Solix was floating right in front of us. He was supposed to be dead. Eridan looked as— Eridan looked like he was looking right at a ghost, because he was. He croaked like a frog and was shaking, so I stroked his back to make him feel better. Because he knew I was there for him and I was still his girlfriend. Finally, he got the words out. The words were, Solix, you're an angle? Oh. Hey man, I need my migraine medication. Speaking is hard. At first, I got really bad because I thought seeing Solix would make him feel romance but then Eridan explained to me that angels on this planet were not good like humans see angels. He saw them talk about angels in Scooby-Doo, so he knew angels were good on Earth. He also loved Scooby-Doo because Daphne was his favorite, and he thought Shaggy was funny, and that film reminded him of the Razzie. There was no punctuation that entire time. The reason you couldn't find my dead body is because my body was alive and become an angle, you douchey prick of a hipster glasses. It's becoming increasingly difficult to maintain Skeletor. Immediately, Arian took off his bow and arrow gun and shot Solix. He did this 12 times. Finally, Solix's angel body died. Laura looked so relieved. I stare at Eridan, seeing him shoot Solix. Solix! I'm not making it through this one, am I? Seeing him shoot Solix with a big gun was so— I know my parents can hear this. That's like the worst part of this, is I know they can hear this. From that defense of, it's probably just a child writing this. Oh, I think that's a lie. See? I can't do it. Hey man, seeing him shoot Solix with that big gun was so— I can't. It's physically impossible for me to read this. Seeing him shoot Solix with that big gun was so very sexy. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. Oh my God. It gets worse. It gets worse. I pinned him against the wall and undid his pants and we had sex right there, right against the wall. I didn't even care if someone saw me. Laura left to give us some privacy. That night I lied in Eridan's bee and I couldn't even believe that I lost my virginity to him. Hey man, we had sex 16 more times that night and every time felt better than the last. I feel like human anatomy would allow you to only get very raw after the 4th time. Hey man, these people are superhuman freaks, hey man. I fell asleep in each other's arms. What? When I dreamed, I saw Tom! A side note, Tom is like Dave Strider who's not a douche, because Dave Strider's like a massive douche in this. I don't know. Why am I trying to explain this? Why am I trying to explain this? There's no benefit to the viewer. There's no benefit for anyone if I keep this up. Whoa, Sasha, he sagged, grinning. It's been a long time since I saw you last stream you had with me in it. He grinned. Tom went ovy, to hug me, and I said, back off, I have a boyfriend now. He said he understood and went back to the castle. I walked around Desi and thought to myself how mad I was that my dad, my real dad, not the fake dad that adopted me, killed Eridan's dream self. I wish I knew what he was dreaming about right now. But he was dreaming about me! This gets so much worse. I couldn't believe how I can't swear in this voice. I can't, it's too funny. It's too funny to me. I couldn't believe how lovely our... I can't. Why can I not? I can't swear with the Skeletor voice. Genuinely, I am trying to. I am trying to swear, and I just can't bring myself to. I cannot believe how lovely our fucking was. You see, I can't, I crack up. This is the issue. This is the issue. The fanfiction requires I swear, but I clearly cannot. He made it so good and gentle and romantic, but also passionate in sex. He made the sex. I feel like maybe I was rude to Tom, but so I went back only to find him crying. What's wrong? I asked him. Oh, nothing, he said mysteriously. There's no inflection, only Skeletor. I told him all about how rude and mean Dave was being, and he couldn't believe it. He said it would haunt He said it would haunt Dave's dreams, so he would make him pay for our being so cruel. He also laughed about the pizza bagel incident, and he felt kind of sad about Solar. We've seen Solix's name 5 times, and she's gotten it right 2 of those times. The more you know. I cringed because I could still hear Solix's evil cackling in my mind. I was so glad he was gone. When I woke up, Eridan and I were cuddling. I checked the phone and I got a text from an anonymous number, and it said, I have the tape of you having sex. I will post it on Spam Gossip. The end. I'm not reading more of that. I'm not. And you cannot make me. Because that was difficult, to say the least. It wasn't as hard as the last one. The last one was too damn funny. It took me 20 minutes to read that one. It took me 18 to get through this, but I found out I can't swear as Skeletor anymore, so there's that. So, thank you guys for watching this Skeletor Sunday. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, YouTube buttons, etc. Remember, Deus Vult! And as always, I hope to see you in the very next video. Goodbye.